Today's reading is a little bit different. There's a meditation in it, kind of. It's a sort of meditation, anyway. It's a little bit awkward, shall I say, in some ways. But however, what I've tried to do is practice it so that it comes across and it flows, because it's about breathing in and out. So hopefully it does flow. It's not the whole reading, but it's a good part of it. So I hope the past 24 hours have been good to you, and I hope the next 24 hours are equally good to you. In fact, I'm knowing this. So let's start. Let's see what it is. It's called Be at Peace. The first quote is from a Catholic saint, St. Francis de Sales, and he says, "Be at peace then, and put aside all anxious thoughts and imaginings." Be at peace then, and put aside all anxious thoughts and imaginings. Ernest Holmes simply says, "I now let go of every anxious thought. I now surrender any doubt or fear into the great heart of love. I now let go of every anxious thought. I now surrender any doubt or fear into the great heart of love." And guess where that's from, the ones of you who've been watching? Yep, Ernest Holmes, 365 Science of Mind. This is on page 44. It's a little bit ironic that there should be a meditation, which is about a half of the reading, actually. Why is it ironic? Because Barbara and I, right now on Wednesdays, are taking a 2-hour class on meditation, and it's on, let me see, it's a little bit different. It's kind of a Buddhist meditation, kind of. It's a Buddhist meditation with difference. This one in here isn't, but it is sort of ironic that this should come up on the same day that we are taking this meditation class. So even the meditators take meditation classes. So there you are then. This is from Mary Davis. When you reach the bottom of the well and there is no more for you to give, and when stress robs you of your composure, remember that a calm connection is just a moment away. Zoom out for a moment of perspective, bringing serenity to your mind and your body, welcoming your soul's wisdom. You are made of infinite peace, love, and joy. Now she says, as you read the gentle meditation below us, I read out the gentle meditation that follows to you. Allow your body to relax completely. Inhale on the words "be at peace" and exhale on the second half of the phrase. Surrender to a moment of soul care and loving kindness. Float in an ocean of peace and tranquility. Okay, so what I try to do is make it so that the in-breath is shorter than the out-breath, or if you want to put it the other way around, the words on the second half are longer than the words "be at peace." And so I'm trying to gauge it so that for each one, there's about 10 of them, I think, it's about the same length. So typically when I do breathing work, I breathe in, and then I breathe out. And I'll let the out breath be longer than the in breath. So that's what we're attempting to do here. I hope it works, but give it a shot. Don't just listen and just give it a shot. You never know. And then we can talk a little bit about it. Or I can. So be at peace. Underway stress, anxiety, and worry. Be at peace. Allowing each moment to enter without resistance. Be at peace. Shoulders soft, heart open, spine aligned with heaven. Be at peace. and let the world spin without you. Be at peace. And breathe, just breathe. Be at peace. And let go of all attachments to outcomes. Be at peace. And know that love always lives right here in this moment. Be at peace. And open to divine timing. Be at peace. And to know you are never alone. Be at peace. And call on divine assistance for any task. Be at peace. And listen for guidance. Be at peace. And imagine the highest good for all. Be at peace. And make an offering of your day. Be at peace. And feel how intimately loved you are. So today is 9/11, September 11th. Do you remember what you were doing on September 11th in 2001? I do. And this peace meditation was written by Mary Davis in honor of the 9/11 victims and the first responders. Stuff's been on television about it today. Yep, I do remember. I was actually getting ready to make a trip. I was supposed to go on a business trip to London, and my wife was going to go with me. When 9/11 happened, I was actually working downtown in Houston. And the rumor was flying around that in addition to the Pentagon being attacked and the other plane, the Twin Towers for the World Trade Center and the other attempted attack, the rumors were going around because Houston was an oil center, they were going to attack Houston as well. Well, of course, that never happened. My boss at the time decided to put me in charge of the several floors that our particular division had, and he went home. So I actually spent quite a while down there helping to clear everybody out of our part of the building. And then I came home and we actually had new flooring put in. We had tiles put in throughout most of the house. So I do distinctly remember what I was doing on 9/11. So I wonder what you were doing. So getting back, honestly, I found this meditation, quote unquote, a little bit cumbersome. It's not something I would have chosen myself, but I thought, well, she went to the trouble to write it. It's only fair that I read it, and I try to make it into a meditation if I can. It was probably more of a breathing exercise. She starts off here and saying that when you reach the end of your tether, she calls it the bottom of the well, and there's nothing left to give, and stress robs you of your composure. Remember that a calm connection is a moment away. That is true. And the more that you do your spiritual work, and you're probably fed up of hearing that, the more likely it is that you will be able to enter that calm in the midst of the storm. So it's a great encouragement to do our spiritual work. But I think just as important is that take some time, a little time out each day, just to be with yourself. And how you practice that and how you call that meditation, it's really entirely up to you. But I thoroughly recommend, even if it's only 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, just take time out just to be with yourself. And I mean, not to do anything, well, meditate, yeah, breathe, you know, and just see how that impacts your life. And if you can do it first thing in the morning, it can really ground you. If you do it last thing at night, it will probably help you to get a much better night's sleep. One thing that we were learning today is that there are 4 different ways, at least in this school of Buddhism meditation group. There are 4 different ways that you can meditate according to them. You can stand and meditate on a word, a phrase, on your breath. And you can pick a point. They recommend either the third eye, your heart center, or your navel. You can walk, and they told us a different way that we can do a walking meditation, and maybe I'll talk about that at some other time. You can sit either with your legs crossed like this in the center position, or simply on a chair. And they recommended that when you do meditate in a chair, that you don't lean back against it, that you kind of lean forward. But they're also very practical. They said, look, some people have got issues with their bodies, and we don't want anybody to put stress on their body where it's not due. So if you have to lean back, lean back. If you don't, then try and stay upright. Why? Because they said you're more likely to stay awake in the meditation if you don't lie back. Is it true? I don't know. But the other one, which was quite surprising, was they said that you can do a lying down meditation, either on your back, on your stomach, on your left side, or your right side. And then they gave us a little technique on each one. When you're walking, it's to look 1.5 meters, about 5 feet in front of you as you walk, and concentrate on that. And for the rest, pick a phrase, pick a word, and then as you meditate, concentrate either on the third eye, the heart, or the navel as you do that. So a few tips from what we learned today. Hope that kind of helps you, but I hope it encourages you to actually try. If you're not already meditating, then give it a shot. And if you have to start, as I said before, with 2 minutes, do it. You don't have to dive in at the deep end. It's not necessarily. When you were learning to swim, most people, when they're learning to swim, they don't jump in at the deep end. They start at the shallows. I didn't do that because I didn't get a chance when I was about 4 years old. A couple of young women, I guess they were teenagers, asked my mother if they could take me to the local swimming pool. And they decided to practice life saving. They threw me in to the pool. I guess my mother wasn't expecting that. And well, I managed, I guess, to get myself out. So I learned to swim the hard way. But there you are then. And I've been swimming ever since. So I hope these few words help you. I hope these readings help you. I don't always agree entirely, as I said, with everything every writer says. I think yesterday's affirmative prayer, spiritual mind treatment, was a little bit odd. But if it works for you, fine. We talked about it in our class the other night, on Monday night. And most people were of the opinion that it's kind of duality. It's separating you from your source, and it's not seeing you as one with your source. But my position is this: if it works for you, use it. If you're, quote, more advanced than that, do what you normally do. So there you are then. There really isn't a right and a wrong way for most of this stuff. Sometimes there is, but by and large there isn't. Prayer is prayer. Ernest Holmes said, every prayer is good, providing it's positive. Even pleading prayer can be good if it's positive. Okay? So, affirmation. I am peaceful, I am calm, I am eternal. I am peaceful, I am calm, I am eternal. That's one. Divine grace protects me, strengthens me, and guides me. Divine grace protects me, strengthens me, and guides me. If one of these appeals to you, then please use it. I'm returning tomorrow about 5 o'clock. Reverend Wiss will be back tomorrow morning, 9:30, somewhere in that region, all Central Time. And until then, I just wish all of you a really wonderful rest of the day. So until next time, simply namaste.